So when you think that that person is a representative of Judaism, that's your first mistake. The second reason why people leave Judaism is because they're tired of making sacrifices and they want to start feeding their own desires. Simple as it gets. They like the material world too much. They want girls. They want money. They want fortune. They want fame. They want to celebrate this life without a care in the world. Be like the Greeks. Live for the moment. They're tired of praying every day 3 times a day. They're tired of saying thank you to Hashem every day. First thing that they wake up in the morning, before they eat, after they go to the bathroom. Every single moment you have to think about this. God, I'm tired of it. I don't want to think about it. I want to think about myself. Little do they know that all of those mitzvot are for yourself. So when someone is looking at that, they're not leaving Judaism because of the Torah. They're leaving it because of their own desires. The Yetzer Hara convinced them they can get away with it. Their grandfather wrote a book. Their mother lights a candle for Rabbi Meir Balanes every Friday. Their cousin is a rabbi in some kollel. They think that they could piggyback off of somebody else's mitzvot. And there's a very famous story in the Gemara. Hillel HaZaken, one of the giants of all giants in history. We read about him in the beginning of the Mishnah. His brother was very rich. And he came to him one day and he says, I'm rich. I succeed in business. You succeeded in Torah. Why don't we do a deal? I'll buy half your mitzvot. I'll give you half my money. I'll buy half your mitzvot. What's it to you? You'll have money. You could build more kollels, do zikuy rabim, make movies on the internet, do whatever you want. You have a fortune. I don't have that much mitzvot. So now I have mitzvot. I got $1 billion. I'll give you 500 million. I got $10 billion. I'll give you 5 billion. I'll give you half. Deal or no deal? A bat kol from Shamayim came out, a heavenly voice from Shamayim came out and said, even if you would agree, when you'd arrive to Shamayim, we'd laugh in your face. To think that you can buy a single mitzvah, forget half of his mitzvot, a single mitzvah with all of the money in the world. Not just your money, your 5 billion, your 5 trillion, your $5, whatever. All of the money in the world can buy one mitzvah. The smallest mitzvah, the biggest mitzvah doesn't make a difference. One mitzvah I can't afford. Said in Shamayim, they use a verse from Shlomo HaMelech, said it. I think it's from my Kohelet. It says, we'd laugh at you when you get to Shamayim for thinking so foolishly that you can buy mitzvot after they were already made. You want to buy mitzvot? You buy them before they're made. You want to invest into Torah? You invest into the guy before he becomes Rav Ovadia, not after he becomes Rav Ovadia. There's a story of a guy, a rich guy, who invested in buying Rav Ovadia, Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livacha, a BMW every year. And he thought he was doing a big mitzvah. He said he's buying Rav Ovadia a car, I don't know, $100,000, $150,000 car every year. Every year he'd buy a brand new car. He was very, very rich. And he would consider that as tzedakah. Now, Rav Ovadia wasn't exactly too keen on material stuff, but he just took the car and he would give it to his family to drive him around and so on. But this was not a traditional thing. But the point is that one day, the news reports come out that the guy that was so-called donating this BMW crashed in a helicopter and died. So they asked, Kvod Rav, doesn't they say it's tzedakah tatzil mimavet? That charity, Shlomo HaMelech tells us, charity will save you from death. So how could it be that a guy that donates tzedakah, BMW every year, or every few years, whatever it is, how could he die? Not only die, but die such a horrible death, mita meshuna. This is a strange death, from a helicopter. What they say? So BMW is not it's not tzedakah. Giving Rabbi Ovadia a BMW is not considered tzedakah. It's a gift. It's not tzedakah. giving Ovadia before he becomes Rav Ovadia a few dollars to survive, that's tzedakah. After Rav Ovadia becomes Rav Ovadia, you give him a present, you give him a present. It's not tzedakah. He doesn't need you. He's Gdol Adol. He's a multimillionaire. He doesn't need your present. It's not tzedakah. Go give it to an avrech that doesn't have food to eat right now before he becomes Gdol Adol. That's tzedakah. Go help Am Yisrael do tshuva by contributing to some organization that actually helps people do tshuva. That's tzedakah. But you want to give it to some famous celebrity that he's already printing money in his living room, and you think that's tzedakah? It's not tzedakah. That's just a gift. Gift. You don't get special protection from heaven for a gift. It's nice. Thank you. So you get a thank you card.
I've heard enough. New arrival screams echoing through the hallway to know that this ain't good. Once they pass me through the infierno, they don't come back. It's enough to make you go crazy.
Do not think we fear you, Spirit. We know your power is born of evil. This is your last night in the land of the living. You understand me, malevolent demon?
There was a rich family that lived here called the Hetheringtons, and unfortunately, their daughter passed away of a heart attack inside the house. Basically, they were so devastated that they reached out to people claiming to be psychic mediums. They actually weren't psychic mediums. They opened up a total of 11 portals inside this house and invited spirits and entities from all different kinds of dimensions.
Well, I think there are certain pieces of evidence that there is an afterlife.
Resurrection of the dead is affirmed pretty clearly in the Talmud and the Midrash.
To be honest with you, to give this lecture is a nightmare. If it was up to me, I wouldn't do it. There's going to be some graphic details.
This place is a maze.
The person after death went to a place called Sheol.
This is by far the largest near-death experience study that has ever been conducted.
People go to a place and they experience weird things. And sometimes they actually will see a character of some type. Well, where did that come from?
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there.
They may describe feeling profoundly peaceful, seeing a bright, warm, welcoming light. Some people describe watching doctors and nurses working on them with incredible accuracy.
Next thing I knew, I was above my body watching the operation.
How long did you feel like you were gone?
I went to a place of timelessness. And so what that means, it could have been a second, could have been 5 minutes. I don't know.
Can you imagine waking up from your sleep and not being able to move?
As I'm lying there, I realized that there's an evil presence next to me.
Do you believe that angels, demons exist?
Holy shit, dude, get out of here! Oh my god, dude!
Strange things keep happening. Bizarre nightmares, as if I'm on fire in the woods.
Whoa, what the hell is this? Man, I've got bad chest pain.
Satan's Hollow is what it's called, the portal to hell.
Some people calling it an eye of fire, while others said it looked like the portal to hell opening up.
And the next thing I know, I was outside of my body, looking at my body.
What I'm going to do is called claromancy, the art of throwing lots or throwing bones.
2,000 years of experience, passed down, recorded, of how demons work.
God has them all on a leash, and he lets the leash go enough to let them tempt us, because that's what makes us spiritually stronger.
I'm trying to be as graphic as possible so you understand what we're talking about.
It's your ticket to reality. It's your ticket to freedom. It's your ticket to immortality.
Is there an afterlife? Is there a
It's
God?
the type of information that can keep you away from the Yetzirah.
What happens to us after we die?